What is going on? Hi, hi. What is going on? Where do I see the chat? How do I see it? Whoa, how cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. How do I see the chat now? How do I get in there? I can't see the chat. Hello, hello. How are you? Live and direct. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. What are we all up to? What are you guys up to? Well, not all. Hello. Well, hello. I guess I can mute this, right? But I can see it here. Hi, hi, welcome. I don't go live very often, so you haven't been missing much. But the sunshine is encouraging to me, so I'm allowing myself to be encouraged. I'm done the filming for the day, so I just wanted to tap in. Hi, hi, love and light. Hello. How are we on this Wednesday afternoon? Well, afternoon for me. What time is it here? 1:04 p.m. in Toronto. Where are we all from? Where we all? Can we see? So that we don't get cut off. Should have thought about that. Where is the charger? What I can do is New York, not too far, a couple hours away. I'm thinking, actually, how we have this nice little small group. Can you hear me? Probably not. All right. I'm thinking to, I want to get more connected with you guys. I think I might go live, start going live a little bit daily, just to throw a couple cards for the daily. But we will do it for the following day, obviously, right? So that everybody can get in on the time zones and all that sort of thing. But, okay, let's see what's going on now. Pennsylvania's, ooh, Saskatchewan, nice. New York, Cape Breton, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York. Nice, 8:05 p.m. here, wow. It's amazing. That's why I always say time is an illusion. Like, it really is fake. It really is fake because, like, how is it tomorrow already on the same planet, right? It's fake. It's just, if I were to fly over there right now, I'd be in the future. Today's yesterday, yesterday's today, tomorrow, all the same thing. San Francisco, India, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Saskatchewan. Do you guys have good seafood out there? I think so. I keep seeing I know the coast of Canada has really good seafood. I think all the best like oysters and stuff are from there. Lucky, lucky. Very nice. Super cool. Okay, let's see if I'm doing this right. Oh, wait, do I have to do it here? Let me just figure out how this, okay, that should be good. All right. Oh, you're so lucky, Tanisha. So lucky. I'd probably be sick of oysters if I lived out in the East Coast. Absolutely sick of oysters. I'd have them every day. Oh my goodness, no wonder. That is so amazing. That's why I say humans will find a way to put conflict in every single thing. Like, really? Really, it's crazy. Fishing season drama. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anywho's, I'm gonna try and come on live more often. Real time type of shit, you know? I'm gonna maybe start doing dailies, but I'd rather do them live so that we are connecting actually energetically to actual real-time energy and people. Monsoon. It's a monsoon. Is that how you pronounce it? Monsoon season in India. What does that mean? What does monsoon mean? Monsoon season. I love learning about different places of the world and, you know, different walks of life. I love it. Makes me more cultured. Makes me more, you know, expands the consciousness as well. Tap into different people's paradigm. Makes us realize the world doesn't revolve around us, right? Rainy season. I got you. Got you. Got you. Hold on. Let me make sure this deck is cleared or all upright and doing its thing. Rainy season. I guess technically it's rainy season for us too in Canada. Well, here, spring. It's still technically spring for us. I personally love rain, but I mean, it's easy to say because we don't get it all the time. But I love rain. Definitely, definitely self-care for me. Therapeutic, everything. New York in the building. Lots of New Yorkers. I love it. I love it. You guys aren't too far from Toronto. I am going to try and go live more often. I am very, what's the word? Introverted. That's why, you know, hence the secretness. Very introverted. I get overwhelmed easily with energy, so I try not to give myself reasons to complain about being drained, but as we grow, we evolve, we can expand, right? All right, we're gonna pull a couple cards for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 9th of June. See what type of energies we can expect or, you know, be ahead of the curve. Of course, there's always room for surprises, but let's see. For tomorrow, June the 9th, what can we expect? What do we need to be aware of? 8 of Cups. I think we're all kind of in the 8 of Cups right now, not even just tomorrow. I think that's a collective energy, absolutely. Walking away from emotional baggage, you know. This 8 of Cups for me recently, I know a lot of the time, well, traditionally it's walking away from, you know, but it's very much become a card for me personally recently of walking away sort of like from excuses and things of that sort, right? Because 8 of Cups, those 8 cups, I mean, it definitely could be all from someone else, but a lot of the times it's our own decisions and things, right, that create the cup, that create the emotional investment. Because whether we like to admit it or not, love is a choice. It is a choice. The same way we choose to love the hot guy, we could choose to love the not so hot guy that would treat us right, but we don't, right? So definitely for some of us, walking away from the excuses, walking away from saying we can't, walking away from not believing that we're capable or worthy. Because look, I love this card, this deck in particular, because she's going directly towards the sun. Directly towards the sun, which is where we all deserve to be. Underneath that warmth, underneath that bliss, underneath that sort of protection energy, right? And feeling. No more excuses. No more people that cause us to make excuses or have to put us in the position to make excuses for ourselves and things like that. It's like walking on sunshine is literally what I just heard. That song. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna sing. $11. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. You see? This is exactly what we are walking away to. Some of us, having dreams and sort of things that we would only dream of doing, but making a lot of excuses as to why we can't do them. Oh, do it tomorrow. Or, I got this little pudge here, so I couldn't possibly model. Or, I've never been trained to sing, so who am I to want to record an album? Like, who cares? even if for you, yeah, strength, overcoming. Absolutely, Leo energy could be important. 3 of Cups. Things worth celebrating. I think ourselves. We're so quick to celebrate the people around us, right? So quick to celebrate the people around us and all their achievements and all the things that they're doing. But when are we going to have something for ourselves to celebrate about? 4 of Pentacles. That's that Grinch energy. The 4 of Pentacles is the Grinch card for me. But I think that's us. In the process of creating boundaries and protection mechanisms, we're also protecting ourselves from prosperity, our dreams, our goals, the things that we would love to do, but only think of doing it theoretically. King of Cups. Knight of Cups, sorry. So that's definitely a person. Some sort of person. 10 of Wands. Some of us need to delegate some responsibilities. Especially parents, whether you're a mother or father. If those kids are old enough, get them to start doing stuff. Okay? So that we can have a little bit more time to draw on our scrapbook or whatever it is that we need to do for ourselves. Okay? Because there's definitely opportunity and things that are there in our energy, but will we be strong enough to accept them? Will we be strong enough to see that we are worth opportunities and gifts and the things that we truly want for ourselves? Are we going to continue to keep this 4 of Pentacles and say that we're protecting ourselves from other people, when in turn it's almost turning as if you're protecting yourself or you're keeping yourself from what it is you truly desire? 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Lots of cups here in the past, though. Lots of cups here. There was definitely something that a lot of emotional investment has been put into. I think this is also giving me a vibe of switching the emotional investment, right? As I was saying before, I didn't get that vibe. We're so quick to celebrate other people's wins, when we have a whole list of things that we want to be winning at. Right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Waking up every day to, heck yeah, nobody should have to fight so hard for love. You loving yourself in the meantime. I shouldn't have to fight so hard for love. Deserve better, absolutely. Hello. Yeah. Love is supposed to be the most easiest vibration or easiest thing, right? When it's genuine, at least. When it's genuine. Think about it when you were back in school days. You didn't care what color a person was. You didn't care if they were shorter than you, scrawnier, if their head was big. Like, it was a crush. That was your crush. That was your husband. Like, no one cared. No one cared about anything other than the connection, a genuine connection. We've picked up a lot of bad habits along the way. This is also giving me this 8 of Cups energy. Picked up a lot of bad habits along the way, right? Slowly chipping away at that ability to have genuine connection. But this is leaving it all behind. Almost picking up the chips back. Walking straight towards new opportunity, a new outlook. Definitely wasn't easy with the strength card here. Definitely a lot of overcoming has been done. Leo energy, what else? Yeah, just Leo energy. Leo season could be relevant too, which is coming up, I think, at the end of summer for us. But this is also giving me a vibe of holding yourself back. This holding back is preventing, because she's not even seeing this pentacle. She's so worried about the four that she's trying to keep everyone else from taking from her. Male or female, doesn't matter, obviously, but that's a chick. Not even seeing the big old pentacle behind her. You know? So closed off, which energetically creates blocks, right? So together, this is actually the Five of Pentacles. This is exactly what that would be. Lack mentality. Thinking, you know, not worthy enough, not deserving enough, deep down. Thinking that this Four of Pentacles is protecting you. When it's really low-key starting to enable you or inhibit you from what it is that you're truly wanting. It's still keeping you in lack, even though this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is supposed to be opportunity, gifts, you know, real ability for things to grow. But she's blocking it out of protection. Protection, can you see my hands? Protection, the bunny ears. Yeah, so definitely some things need to be looked at here. It's like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. But with this Knight of Cups here, this is definitely a person here. Whether you know this person or not, probably don't know this person. Because this is on the other side of this Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So we've been in protection mode for so long where now this protection is now like curd. It's turned into no longer protection. It's turned into a block from keeping things from coming in, the things that are actually worth coming in, right? We've just blocked out everything at this point. Even the good stuff. But there's good stuff on the other side. There is good stuff on the other side, but there definitely is some things that need to be released. 10 of Wands. Look at that, Ace of Cups on the other side. See, it's on the other side of this sort of lack energy. It's preventing us from seeing the opportunities that are there. Because they are there. They're almost like invisible, not in our dimension until we can stop thinking we're not good enough for it. Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. On the other side of the 10 of Wands. Some of us are unable to ask for help with the 10 of Wands. Maybe there are resources around us that we can tap into, but this Four of Pentacles, which we tell ourselves is protection, you know? And this is firsthand, I have a hard time asking for help, not only because I'm a Capricorn, but, you know, protection mechanism, right? When you're disappointed, when people don't pull through for you, you get this mindset, okay, I can only depend on myself. And then that's when it becomes low vibe. Because on their own, they're great. Ace of Pentacles is on its own, it's great. Four of Pentacles on its own, it's great. But together, ugh. We're right back where we started. Lack. 5 of Pentacles. Thinking we're not enough, don't have enough. Thinking we're alone when we're not. Most depictions of the 5 of Pentacles, especially in this deck, let me find it. She's literally sitting right outside the door that's supposed to be locked, but the key is also right there. But she's too busy crying that she can't even see the key. She's crying about being locked out, and the key's right there, but because her head's in her hands crying, she doesn't even see that she's not locked out. She's got to stop the crying and feeling sorry for herself and realize, hey, you're not trapped, you know. I'm trying to get the card to show you guys. Yeah, here it is. See? She's so busy crying. Boo-hoo-hoo. I mean, I get it. Have your moment. But, I mean, you're not even crying for a valid reason. There's really, you know, it's all about the perspective. Right? The key is right there, honey. You're not even trapped. All you got to do is, like, you know, pick your head up. That's that strength energy as well. And look around. Everything you need is right there. but you're not perceiving it that way, right? So let's see what the comments gotta say. I feel like I gave him the best of me. That's a lie. It's not possible for you to have given yourself the best of someone, because you're still alive, first of all, so that means you haven't even got to your best yet. At the time, it might have been your best, but that's not even your best. You haven't even evolved completely. You in the future, or you once you, that is your best. You're still growing. You know? So there's no way you gave him your best. You're not even at your best. Decided to pull back my energy from someone who manifested me back because of it. Ironically, too much resistance. I am a Leo moon / Scorpio sun dealing with an aqua. And that's also giving me that Eight of Cups energy too, now that I'm reading the comments. Like I was saying, so quick to celebrate other people's wins, so quick to support other people and what they want to achieve and their goals and their dreams by neglecting yourself. Right? This is what gives you the vibration of, oh, I gave him my best, because you were neglecting yourself through the process, right? But when are you going to give yourself the best? When? When's that going to happen? We're waiting. We're all waiting. The universe is waiting. Your higher self is waiting. You know? If you feel like you gave someone your best, that would make me personally be like, okay, well, I need to create a better best so that I can give that best to myself. Because, you know, it's an ego thing. I take Capricorns, we're very stubborn. You know? And we all have all propensities in us. So it's not even whatever. We're not just one sign. I actually read something yesterday that was saying we're actually the entire galaxy, which would consist of every single planet, right? Tap into whatever energy you need to. Create a new best and give that best to yourself. Because by damn, am I gonna live when I gave someone else my best, and I'm here waiting for my best till now. You know? That don't sit right with me. I mean, it's egotistical, but that's where that narcissism comes in, right? That's why we all have narcissism. That revenge body sort of concept, what do you think that is? It's narcissism. I mean, positive narcissism. There's levels to it, right? Scales, 1 to 10. There's a scale. But it's narcissism. Revenge body mentality is narcissism. I'll show you. But I mean, look what you get out of it. An amazing body or whatever it is, right? Some people get revenge bodies. They get revenge careers. When people, you know, when they were too poor for a certain person, they say, I'll show them I get the best job I ever got. End up being a lawyer or some judge. A high vibration form of, I guess, narcissism. But do you see the purpose of that whole thing? It's to create a better best and to give that best to yourself. We should never abandon ourselves. Absolutely. Don't worry. Time, right? In 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, you'll be looking back like, I can't believe I, was that person. That's why I say, we can never give someone our best because we're always evolving. We're always becoming better. Even if it's the next day, he breaks up with you today, tomorrow you're already better than you were today. So yeah, today he might have your best, or you might have given him the best or whatever, but you're just becoming even better. It's like he got you before the icing went on. You know, you haven't even got the icing on the cherry yet. So you're not your best. Let's see what's going on. Had to take a call. I missed some of the live, but with what I was starting to do for myself, absolutely. I felt bad. I left a bad romantic situation 2 years ago. I was so broken for like a year, but now I'm doing so good for myself, way better than I could have. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. In 2 years from now, and that's how most breakups go, right? We're so obsessively in love with somebody, and like 5 years, 10 years, we're like, what? And that's what I always think of. That's what I always tell people to think of. Think of, and I think that's also, if you've ever seen that movie on Netflix called Heal, very, very amazing movie. It shows you the power of your mind, how powerful your mind really is. Watch it. Highly recommend if you're into that sort of nerdy sort of science stuff. But it actually is like a scientific proof that manifestation is real. Some people say they don't believe in it. It doesn't matter if you don't believe in it because it's real whether you believe in it or not. Because it's actually backed by science. It's called Heal. It's like, what's that guy named? That doctor guy. I actually follow him on Instagram. He's like a motivational spiritual speaker now. Because he was diagnosed with something that they said they couldn't fix. And he literally, mentally healed himself. You know, and it's documented. So it's not heebie jeebie. It's all on paper. It's all public record. You know, but it's absolutely right. Think of yourself as that person. Think of yourself as the person you're going to be in 2 years when you've already forgot about that person. Because you are the same person in retrospect. The only difference between this point and that point is the time illusion, right? Or the fact that you grow through that time. But I don't love the same guy that I did in grade 5, and I could have swore I was going to marry him. You know how much guys I could have swore I was going to marry? Or swore this was my forever person? There's only one forever person. You know? So if you've sworn that more than one person has been your forever person, then chances are, think of it in that sense, right? In 2 years, you won't be thinking about this person. Not the same way, at least. Not in the same capacity. Just give yourself time. Cappy Sun, Taurus Moon at 34. I've been slow to learn how to be the best for myself. Fellow Cappy, nice. And not feeling guilty. Absolutely. That's a big lesson, is not feeling guilty as well. But that's an empathic thing too. Empaths are always going to feel bad for doing what's best for ourselves. But then I think, why? No one else does. The people inflicting the pain don't. And that's why I tell a lot of people, it all starts with accountability. Because the minute you realize that you have a choice, and the people that hurt you, people say, oh, I didn't tell them to cheat. Well, I mean, the first time you didn't, but the second time, third time, fourth time that they cheated, I mean, you stayed. You know, you could have left. Didn't have to take you 10 times to be cheated on to leave. You could have left the second time, the first time. But it was your choice. So being mad at the other person for cheating, I mean, obviously, if we could all cheat and get away with it, trust me, we would. Trust me. If we knew someone was going to continue to stay there, and we don't have to do our best, we can be in a relationship with someone, and we don't have to do our best, we don't have to do shit, all we got to do is keep lying, believe me, you would too. But it's, you know, most people won't take that from you, but we'll accept that from people. And that's where the accountability comes in. Taking accountability for your choices, your life. You know, if I went to a store, or if I went to Louis Vuitton and tried to steal their most expensive bag and they let me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep going to Louis Vuitton and stealing their most expensive bags because they let me. You know what I mean? But if I get caught the first time, guess what? I'm not going to do it again. Ever. Probably to no one. I'll never steal again. If I have to go to jail, do the time, I'm not going to steal again. But if Louis Vuitton lets me steal their bags, better believe I'm going to be there every day. I'm going to have the entire store by the time I'm done. Then I'm going to hit up a next store because I know they're going to let me. Am I going to be mad at Louis Vuitton? No. Louis Vuitton can't be mad at me either. They should have arrested me the first time. Right? So think of it that way. Got to take accountability. So and there's some people that honestly they don't mind being cheated on and stuff like that. That's not, you know, because we all have different perspectives. There are people that they don't care. It's not an issue to them. They don't see it as a threat to their, you know, if someone makes them happy, they let that person do whatever they want. When they're no longer happy, they move on. That's a like mastery of detachment, you could say. Not being attached, not being. And that's why a lot of love is not unconditional. It's very conditional. As much as we don't like to admit it, our love is very conditional. Because if your son or your daughter, for example, son or daughter grows up biggest player, obviously you're not going to be happy with that your son's a player. But you're not going to be like, I'm going to disown you because you're a player. You don't want to settle down with one girl. You're not going to disown him. You're not going to kick him out. That's your son. That's unconditional love. Regardless of what he chooses to do with his love life, you're still going to be his mom. Even if he's the biggest hoe of all time. That's your son. You love him, right? You don't agree with his lifestyle, but you still love him. You still cook for him when he comes home. You're still gonna, call him and check up on him. Tell him you love him. And that's why we need to also realize that our love is also conditional. We cannot expect things that we are not willing to give. Not to say you stay there and let someone, do shit to you, but it's conditional love. And when you give conditional love, then it only makes sense that that is what we receive. Love with conditions. And that's a fair place to start. That's a fair place to start. Yeah. But how long have we been on here? What's the time? Can go on and on, right? Yeah, but there's definitely some evaluating going on. Definitely. And I think once certain personal truths are realized, then it helps alleviate whatever it is, because this Four of Pentacles is definitely coming up to me like a block, a self block, a block that was created by self. Because there's potential all around for happiness, new opportunities, love, overcoming, walking on sunshine. But it's like slight undertones of it's almost like it's almost alchemizing into self-sabotage, It's almost like time to reevaluate what kind of fence we have up. Because as we heal, the fence should change, right? The barrier should change, the boundary should change. It should become a smaller fence, or just high enough where you could still see over, but it's still high enough to protect you. But if you can't see, if your barrier is too high, you can't see what's over, you can't know when to let in the bread or the order or the Uber, I'm just trying to give you examples of, everyday life. It's like your wall's too high. You can't see if it's the Uber driver or a murderer. You know what I mean? And we want to let the Uber in, but we want to keep the murderer out, right? But the only way is to be able to see. You can't see if the wall's too high or if there's no sort of way for you to see outside of the wall. Because we got to eat. We have to eat. Or your groceries getting delivered, whatever. Alrighty? So definitely. Slight undertones of self-worth. We are worthy. Because we can have the Four of Pentacles with the Ace, which is a 5, or we can have the 5 with the 6, which is knowing when to give, knowing when to take, knowing what situations to give to, knowing what situations to release. That's that balance energy of the Six of Pentacles too, right? Knowing who to be generous with, how much to be generous. And even in the Six of Pentacles, generosity is something that is done after you've already fed yourself. It's not considered generosity if you give your portion of your food away. Generosity is something that you feed yourself first, you feed your family first, and whatever's left, usually you have more than enough left, then you give. You don't give from the first hand, right? You got to make sure your line of defense is solid. And if there's anything left, then you can consider giving it away. But generosity, even in generosity, there's selfness, like taking care of the self. Because it's not considered generosity if you're feeding everyone first and yourself last. To be generous, you gotta give yourself the sustenance in order to continue to be generous. All right? That's why it can also, the low vibration form of that is breadcrumbing. Giving whatever's left. That could be taken in two different ways. You could be extremely rich and then you buy all your food, and then after you go and you feed the village with the rest of the money. Or you could just be giving someone just enough so they keep coming back to you, completely dependent on you, right? A whole scale. Same vibe, different, I guess same frequency, different, what would that be? Like tone or whatever? You know what I'm trying to say. Probably the murderer. But that's how we know if we've really grown or if we've just been shutting ourselves out, right? Is to test it against something, is to create that contrast. Because keeping yourself locked up you can't say you're protecting yourself because you're not facing anything to show that you even know how to protect yourself, right? Staying underground for 5, 7 years or for the rest of you, that's not protecting yourself because I mean, you're not facing anything to be protected from. People don't even know where you're at. People think you're dead, right? But to know if you can really protect yourself is to that contrast, to meet things that's going to cause you to protect yourself or to meet things that's going to help you, put you in a position to decide, okay, do I need to protect myself or can I let this person in? That's how you know if you're really building any strength. That's how you know if you're really doing something. If you're just avoiding everything and anything, you're just wimping out, low key. It's wimping out. It's being a coward. And that's funny, the lion, right? The cowardly lion. That's what he wanted, courage. Right? So, yeah. Definitely could be some sort of, I don't know, because it looks like for love-wise, there are people that are looking at you. But this Four of Pentacles, ain't nobody gonna get past this Four of Pentacles. Look at her. Her eyes are, she don't even know that there's somebody just waiting to sweep her off her feet. She's like, no, I shall not. You shall not trespass. You shall not trespass, sir. Who goes there? Who goes there, sir? No, she can't even see. He low-key looks like Freddie Prinze Jr. though. But it's gonna take some strength. Give yourself the time, obviously. Be patient with yourself. The same way you're patient with all these, duds. You deserve that patience too. But it is there. When you're ready to see it, it is there. When you're ready to see it, no sooner, no later, it is there. It's all about perception. It's all about what you're choosing to look at. If you're even choosing to look at all. Now, she's definitely not getting her Uber. You know what I'm saying? She's going to continue to cry and be hungry. And crying takes a lot of energy. So, I mean, this is just a cycle. This is just, she's just going to be there hungry, crying. She don't even want to look through the peephole. Like, she even has a peephole that she could look out and see if it's even worth opening the door to. And she's not even utilizing the peephole. She'd rather just sit there and cry and be a victim. That's what I mean. It's all a choice. It's all a choice. It's all a choice, my dears. But I'm going to wrap this up. What are we choosing to focus on? Today, tomorrow, it's all the same thing. Yesterday, what are we choosing to focus on? I think that's where the work needs to start. What are we choosing to focus on? Reprogramming where our focus goes naturally. Because right now it's low-key kind of still going to like lack, And I think that's where that saying comes from. Like heaven and earth are all in the same place, right? They're all in the same place. It's whatever you're choosing to see is what you're going to experience. Hell is on earth, heaven is on earth. It's your perception that chooses which world you live in. If you're choosing to see heaven and unicorns, that's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. There's people that all the time live obliviously. And we wonder, they're like, how have they lived that long? That's like the first question. How have they lived that long? Being so oblivious. Yeah. Living just as long as us, the ones that are choosing to continuously focus on the negative. Okay? Choose oblivious just for one day. Roll down some hills, pretend you're a kid, get your feet in the mud, run around. Like, I'm telling you, it works. You know how long I haven't rolled down a hill? The first time I rolled down a hill, I'm telling you, when I got to the bottom of the hill, it was like, why have I not been doing this all my life? Why did I stop rolling down hills? It takes you out of that thinking body. Makes you not take yourself so seriously. And I think that's almost the first step, right? But we will wrap this up. Leave this right here. I'm going to try to be back tomorrow. See what's going on. See if there's any progression. See what else we can tap into. But definitely choosing what we need to focus on, because it is our choice. We do get to choose. That's how we got into this trouble in the first place on this planet, by having choice. Alrighty. What's going on in the chat? Alrighty, ladies. Are we all ladies in here? Absolutely. That is so cool. It's a little girl powwow. Love it. Love that for us. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, catch me tomorrow as well. Probably go on around the same time. Around, I guess, it's 143 on the clock, which means I love you. 143. Absolutely. That's the universe speaking, I think so. Reiterating that it loves us. Always. Always. It never stops. Whether we are choosing to see it or not, it never stops. It never stops loving us. That's that child and mother energy, right? Unconditional. So, ladies, let's choose what we focus on. Let it be of high vibe and unicorns and rainbows only. Sometimes also not watching the news will help. I personally have not watched the news in years because I'm very sensitive, and I can't be affording to have nightmares every night about things happening to my children or my family because of, the news always perpetuating that. So for me personally, I don't watch the news. That's really helped me to be able to disconnect and kind of create my own bubble, because it's absolutely needed. And that also what helps me continue to be positive and spread positivity, because I'm not allowing cutting back on the negativity. It's my world. I choose what I want to do with it. And if I don't want to watch people dying all day, hearing about it, it's affecting me. Okay, so it needs to be removed. I don't care. Half the stuff is not the truth anyways, so there's that. I'll create my own little news, and if it's important enough, you'll hear about it regardless, right? Because everyone talks. If it's important enough, I'm sure I'll hear about it. But I do not personally digest the news, and it's made a really, really big difference in my life, especially with my anxiety. Especially, and I am a mom, so telling you, I dream about anything. Any little thing I see, I'll have like a dream about it, but it's me in the dream. It's like I'm the one going through it, and I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, there's enough people dying of depression. I don't need to add to it. I'm not here to bring it down. I'm here to bring us up. And whatever I gotta do to do that, I'm gonna do it. So, ladies, enjoy the rest of the day. Let's choose what we focus on. And yeah. Choose what you focus on.